I don't know, he's been a little... Be the best time. So I just was on Facebook Market. Okay, Good morning and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jess, if it's your first time here, and welcome to a vlog. Today is chemotherapy day, and if you guys didn't know, if you haven't seen my previous videos, I am currently going through cancer treatment for Hodgkin's lymphoma, stage 4. Today is round number 8, so we are definitely nice and far into treatment now. We have 4 more to go after this, so I'm definitely looking forward to the countdown now. And we're also moving into our new home on the week that my chemotherapy ends, so I think that's really nice. It's like the start of a new chapter, and once we get over all of the chemotherapy, get my body back to health, then I can definitely start focusing on hopefully growing our family and having children if everything goes well. I do have a cyst on my ovary, which does make it a little bit trickier, but that's okay. I know there are so many things you can do, and you just stay positive and you take every day as it comes. I think if you can stay positive and stay happy and humble, I think that definitely gets you through these harder days that little bit better. So definitely looking forward to when it's all done. But I just want to take you guys through my day. I probably won't be able to film in there. I'll get a little bit of footage what I can, but just for people's privacy, I don't feel right filming in chemotherapy with lots of people around. So next time when I go, it will be a little bit earlier in the day, so I might actually be able to get some footage, but we'll see what I get today. Otherwise, I am expecting a TEMU haul to come, a TEMU package I should say. And I also have quite a few things I want to get done in my day, and maybe over the next few days. So this might be a little few day vlog, we'll see. But yeah, I just wanted to take you guys with me and show you what's happening, give you a little update, and show you all the goodies I get from TEMU. So I'm going to have some breakfast. I like to hydrate before chemotherapy. I've already had a liter of water. I've had some watermelon. I also take some fresh fruit with me. Today I'm taking watermelon, and I'm just gonna make a little protein smoothie. So I put some collagen in there, some raw vegan protein. I do berries, banana, and some coconut milk. And I will take that on my way to go because my mum will be here soon to pick me up. So it'll be enough sustenance to get me through chemo, nice and hydrating. And then when I get home, I'll probably have a nice nourishing egg dish or something with a bit of protein and some carbs to give me some sustenance. So let's go to chemo. As I said, I won't have much footage I can put on here, but I'll show you what I can. I just got a TEMU package that has arrived, and I think this has 2 orders in it. So let's open it up and see what we got. As you can see, I just received a TEMU package in the mail. I've just finished chemotherapy and it was exciting to come home to a nice package. So I'm pretty sure this has 2 orders in the one bag. I'm hoping, fingers crossed. One of them was free and the other was the order that I placed. And bear with me, as I have just finished chemotherapy, I do tend to swell that day of from the treatment, just because we're getting lots of fluids on the day through the IV, and also it's a little bit of a reaction to the steroids. I'm just naturally sitting a little bit heavier with fluid at the moment, so do excuse that, and hopefully my voice will hold out throughout this video, because sometimes my voice can be affected by the chemo just for the first few days. I think obviously because the chemicals are so strong. But I just couldn't wait to get into the package, so I wanted to jump on camera and show you what I got. I also just want to show you, I'm not sure if you guys can see on camera, but see these lines here? That is from the chemotherapy that I had at the very start when my regime was a little bit stronger and I had an extra drug in my regime. We've since removed that because it is quite toxic. I do have my hair still. I do have a video on how I care for my hair and how I think I've kind of kept my hair, if you want to check that out. It's just a good video full of tips and tricks on how to grow your hair and have nice, healthy, luscious hair. But it's just really interesting that I have lost pigment in, it's not quite white, but it is definitely lighter than my natural. I've lost pigment from where the chemicals have gone in, so they definitely do obviously make a big impact on your body. And I also just realized I have my band on from today, so let's cut that off. So this is what I came home to, which is very exciting. I've already opened up just to make sure everything was there, but I actually haven't opened up each individual item. So I want to do that on camera with you. And I'm going to start with this box here. I believe is a pair of shoes. Now the only thing I don't love about TEMU is the way that their items come. Obviously they just come in those really thin bags, and now they do a good job of making sure everything is protected. So I haven't really had any issues except for one pot that came kind of like squished, but I haven't had too many issues. But like, this is just an example of how poor the transport and the packaging is itself, which is a little bit of a shame, but I'm sure these shoes will be fine. So let's open them up. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of what I ordered versus what I got video. And I am already loving the first item, but I'm a little bit confused. So I'll show you what the product looks like. And I wanted a pair of like nice colored brown shoes. I don't have just a brown pair of shoes. Most of the brown shoes you find are in a tan color, whereas I wanted like a true brown, almost like my hair color. So I found these on TEMU, and they did have a little heel, which I wasn't actually too concerned about because it is so small. And I found just a very plain basic pair of, as I said, heeled shoes. Now I love these. These look absolutely stunning. They do, I believe, look like what I ordered. The only issue is where this goes around the ankle. You guys might be able to help me. I'm not sure how I'm gonna figure this out. But where it wraps around the ankle, like this is already a strap that's like threaded through. And like, as you can see here, sorry, it's backwards. And then this is the part where it sort of like attaches, and it's kind of like one of those bra strap hooks. Now, like, I'm just a bit confused how that's supposed to go together. If you guys know, please shout out if I'm just being a little bit silly and not really realizing what I'm supposed to be doing here. But yeah, this is just confusing me a little bit. So I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna put those together. I'm not sure if it's a default. I'm gonna have to look back at the item listing, but hopefully I can figure it out because these are so pretty. So I'll definitely get lots of wear out of these. And I got mine in a 39. I probably should have got a 40. Just around here, I do have like a little bit of a bunion on my foot, which is a bit of a shame. And that kind of doesn't cover it. It kind of sits here. So I'm hoping I will be able to get wear out of these. Otherwise, I'm probably gonna return them and get a size 40. But otherwise, these are beautiful. I hate when they package things. I was just complaining about the packaging, so I shouldn't complain because obviously polystyrene keeps things from getting broken, but I just hate the polystyrene. It goes all over the floor, so hopefully we can open this without creating a mess. I think this is my free item, so let's see. Yes, it is my free item. And if you've seen one of my, it come in a box. Okay, that's funny. It's like a box in a box. If you saw one of my previous videos, my TEMU what I ordered versus what I got, you would see that I actually got one of these already, but it was in a green color and I didn't want green. I wanted beige and I wanted clear. So I got another one and this is what it looks like. It's just one of those spray oil bottles, and because it was free I didn't mind getting a second one. I'll put the green one probably outside in our entertainment area, and I will put this inside because this looks so much nicer. It's just so much more aesthetically pleasing than the green one that I got, and it just comes with that beige lid. It obviously just attaches inside there. The lid screws off, you fill it up with oil. It is glass, which I love. And yeah, this is my free item. So I think these are normally, I'd say like $9 or something. So the fact that I got it for free was good. I always love a freebie. And again, it's just in a nice colorway. I think this will go very nice in our new kitchen. I'm pretty sure this has one item in it that's at the bottom of the bag that I'm very excited about. So stay tuned for that. But this is our next one. And yes, okay. This is, so I also got in one of my previous videos a dish rack. The home we're moving into has a dishwasher, but I just wanted something that was going to be like a nice dish rack that I could dry my dishes on. So that is in one of my previous TEMU videos. But I also wanted one of these. So this is something that sits in your sink and it has a little attachment on the back. So you slide this in, and from my understanding, I don't know if I need to buy them. I'll have to have another look at the actual listing. From my understanding, this, you put those little suction caps on, which it didn't come with, so I'm a little bit confused. But you're supposed to put the suction caps on here, and this actually like sits inside your sink. I'll show you the listing so you can get a bit of visual, because at the moment I can't actually show it in our house because we're moving, so I don't want to use any of this stuff until we actually move. But yeah, you're supposed to stick this inside your sink and then it sits in there so that your dish sponge isn't just sitting on the sink itself or in there like getting all grimy and gross. I wanted somewhere to actually have it sit. So I think I might, as I said, have to get those suction caps. Oh, that just fell off. And then I can sit it in the sink, and I think that'll look really nice. It's such a nice color, and it did come with these little clips where you can hang it, or I'm assuming you could maybe put those like on here and then hang things from that as well. That's another option. But yeah, I'm gonna have a bit of a play with that, and you will see it hopefully in our next home. Sadly, I have had a bit of a fail, and this one's probably going back to TEMU. I would keep these even though they're so small, but I can see they're starting to wear in the actual packaging. So I ordered these little, well, they were supposed to be big. I don't read dimensions. I'm so bad. I'm trying to get really good at it, but I just see a visual of something and I'm like, oh yeah, that looks good, and I order it. So I really have to get used to checking dimensions, especially on TEMU, because I got TEMU'd again. And it's okay because these are still nice even though they're small. Like, I expected them to be double the size, but I'm gonna show you what I mean. And obviously being this cheap and being the gold, it is going to do this. So, but I just don't want them to do it before I've even started using them. So they've, as you can see here, it started to wear, and on the side here, like you can actually see, like you can see it there. It's just not good quality, and they don't even line up, like they're uneven. So as I said, I would keep these, but I think I'm gonna try and return them, because even on this one as well, it's starting to wear here. And that's a good indication to me that I'm probably just not going to buy these with the gold coating if they're just gonna do that. So I wonder if the other stuff I brought will do that in the gold, or if these ones are just that little bit cheaper. We'll see. But yeah, I don't know what I'd really do with these. I mean, they're kind of good for little salads. I wish I could keep them. Like, I wish this wasn't wearing. They would actually be really good little salad tongs, but I just don't know how they're going to like hold up and how long they're going to last. So I'm going to try and send those back. Unfortunately, that was a bit of a fail. This is the one I was so excited for. This is the box it's in. I have had a little sneak peek at this because I was just too excited. So let me show you, because I'm so happy with it. I wanted a nice little sign for our gates when we put gates on our new property. And I wanted it to match our theme. So the gates are going to be like farmhouse style gates with white. They're just gonna be all white, painted over the wood. So they're gonna be a wood gate. They look really nice. Like, what we have in mind looks really nice. So hopefully it comes up that way. But this was my vision on the gate, to have a really nice sign to go with it. So I've chosen something I think will look timeless, and it goes with my decor that I want to put into the house. It's this gorgeous sign, and I'm not going to show you my whole address because that's probably not a good thing to put on the internet, but I just wanted to show you how it looked because I think this is stunning. So obviously it's $189, and the $189 is in gold, and the background is in like a white high gloss. And then it's got our road number on it, so it's just here, and you can see the gold writing. As I said, I'm not going to show you our street name, but I just think this looks so elegant and so stunning. You'll see the sign properly in the listing when I show you. You can have a look at some reviews and have a look and see what it looks like without me covering it. But I also want to show you what came with it. So this light goes on top here, and when it's obviously solar powered, when it gets charged, the light reflects down onto the sign. And I think that is going to look so stunning on our white gate. We'll have this on there, and we'll have maybe just like a letterbox slot underneath, and then this light will be on at night time when it charges. So it's obviously all solar, which is fantastic. So I love this. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I was so excited for it to come because obviously we're not in the property yet, so it's just nice to have something to look forward to. Obviously these little things count. So again, I think this is absolutely gorgeous, and I can't wait for it to go on our property. Obviously I'll show you when it is finally on our gates. I didn't realize at the bottom of the box there was one more piece. So, well, actually 6, because it come in a set of 6. I really love these. So it is placemats. How boring, but how cute. I think these are absolutely gorgeous. So I wanted some nice placemats because when we did our garage sale, I got rid of the placemats we had here. They were just like a woven wood, and they were like a rattan material. So they're just not gonna go with the theme I want in this house. I want this house to be more like modern, luxe, organic, that sort of feel. So I think these will fit in nicely. Let me know what you think, but I think these are stunning. This is what they look like. How elegant and how pretty. Like the gold in this is such a nice gold. Can you see that on camera? Like how stunning are these? Again, I'll show you the listing. I'll open one up so you can see it properly. I'm, again, not using these until we move into the home. So I got 6, and we still don't have our dining table yet, because we want to get in and see what's going to really work in that space. So I might just get another set just in case we do end up getting like an 8-seater and I want to have extras. And if I don't use them inside, if we get something smaller, then I can always use them in the outdoor area. So I think I'm definitely going to get another set of these. And they were very affordable from what I can remember. It's very hard to find nice placemats. Alright, so this is what they look like. So they're just on a plain backing. It's nice and smooth, very easy to clean. Even though they've got like little grooves in here, it's on a plastic background, like nothing's material. So I think that'll be so easy to keep clean. And these are gonna look so beautiful on the table. How gorgeous are they? I don't know, I just think they're stunning. They got the nice gold rim on the outside, and it's not like a cheap tacky gold, it's such a nice gold. I can't wait to actually just get in and style our new home. Like I've got all these things, and it's still 2 months until we're in the house. I'm hoping like when we meet the owners, which is coming up quite soon, I'm hoping they might let us get in a little bit early. I don't know, we'll see, but I just want to get in there. Like it's so hard having all these nice things that you want to style, but you just can't yet. It's really, it's hard. So I see the vision, I see everything coming together, and I can't wait to get in and start renovating and just make the house our home. I am filming this on a Monday. Chemo is every 2 weeks. So I might just take you through a little day in the life today, or you might get a couple of days. We'll see how this video goes. And unfortunately, when I do chemotherapy, they give you steroids, and the steroids make me very hyperactive. So I can be trying to do one thing, but then my mind goes to 10 other places, and then I find myself doing all those other things, and I haven't actually completed the first task I started with. It is an issue. I'm working on it, but unfortunately the steroids are intense. So I do apologize if I ramble on in these videos. As I said, the steroids definitely make you extremely talkative. I'm not sure if you guys have actually properly met Ned, but this is our Marama Ned. We rescued him from a farm. He wants to get his bones. Our next door neighbour puts his bones over the back fence and gives them to Ned to chew on. He absolutely loves them. But yeah, we rescued Ned from a farm and he was by himself, chained up, and the guy who had him, his son had moved away and he just didn't have any need for him on the property. So my partner said, we've got a new puppy, he's bringing him home. And he was only 8 or 9 months when we got him, and it's been a year since we've got him, and he's just so beautiful. He's got the best nature. He's like the most beautiful dog, aren't you? You're just so beautiful. He's just like the kindest little animal, even though he didn't look so kind chewing on his bone, but he's just, I don't know, he's been a little bit of a saving grace through chemo. I get to come home to this beautiful face and he just loves cuddles. Like, he loves affection, he loves being close to you, and he is an outdoor dog. We did have another dog called Finn, and he was absolutely amazing. He was a beautiful black German Shepherd, but unfortunately the day before I started chemo we had to put him down. So I say he's over there fighting the fight with us. And we have Neddy as well, so he is here on this side keeping us protected and definitely melting my heart. He's just gorgeous. Sorry, I'll actually talk to you guys while I'm talking. These dogs are actually meant to look after sheep, and they also like protect chickens as well. So they protect them from foxes, and we want to have some chickens and some lambs on our property when we move. So Ned is going to be the perfect little guard dog, hopefully, because he actually wasn't born into that on the farm. He was just there as a pet. So hopefully he does his job, but it'll just be nice for him to have company and to have a lot more space than he does. He obviously has a big backyard here, but it'll just be so exciting when he can run around freely on the 3 acres we're moving on to. So I'm looking forward to that because he's just such a beautiful dog, and I can't wait for him to just live his little happy life. He was already named Ned when we got him. I didn't choose that name, but I think it's actually quite cute, and I call him Ned Flanders because he's like so annoying but so lovable and just so kind, like Ned Flanders was. So if anyone's seen The Symptoms, you'll understand my reference. He's now just exploring our fig tree as he always does. But yeah, so this is like the backyard he gets. We haven't done much here because obviously we knew we wouldn't be here for too long. But yeah, so he gets like a fair bit of yard, but still not as much as he's going to get with the couple of acres we're going to be on. So I'm very excited to finally move and bring him onto the property with us. Don't mind my hat. I obviously just wear it when I'm outside and it's sunny because with chemo your skin's so much more sensitive. But this is what I mean about being on steroids and getting distracted. So I came out here to hang out washing, and then I started playing with Ned, and now I saw him picking figs, so now I want to pick figs off our fig trees. It's ridiculous. My mind can be wanting to do one thing, but I end up doing 100 others. And now I've got to go inside and get my eggs that are boiling. And now my washing is not going to get hung out because that time that they were boiling, I was supposed to hang out the washing. So I did get distracted, but I think it's definitely worth it for these gorgeous yummy figs because they're only here for a short season. Neddy! Ned! What's this? You want a fig? Come here. He loves these figs. Oh, he loves these so much. He loves figs. Ready? Here you go. Good boy. You take your fig. He's so adorable. All the figs are pretty much done now, but I do still get a couple that are... Oh, there's one. Let's see if we can get that one. And these are our beautiful potatoes that are nearly ready. I'm just waiting for them to get a little bit bigger and then they will die off. And then there'll be lots of beautiful organic homegrown potatoes. The property we're moving on to has like massive garden beds, and they're almost like this tall, but there's just heaps of them. So I'm so excited to actually finally get a proper garden going. I just can't wait to have an abundance of homegrown fruits and vegetables, because there's not much better than that. So I'm very excited for when I can finally get in there and start planting. So this is literally what happens. I get so distracted and all the water has sort of reduced in the pot. These are definitely going to be way overcooked, but that's okay. That's just what happens. I get so distracted. I just made this basic little tomato onion salad with some balsamic, organic balsamic. Everything's organic. And I just reused the bowl that I took to chemo. It had watermelon in it. It's just those Kmart bowls that I showed you in the last video. They're all glass and I absolutely love them. And I've got some boiled eggs here as well. So I was gonna put some ciabatta with it, but I'm just feeling like something like nice and light and fresh. So I'm just gonna have this salad, and then I'm gonna have these eggs. And then I have just gotten out some mince and sweet potato for dinner. So that's gonna be dinner. I just wanted to show you guys the table and bench and chairs we just picked up. So this is actually an early settler piece, and it was on Facebook Marketplace for $350. Now it does need a restain, so I'm going to make this a DIY project, and there's just some things from their kids that were on the table. Some of the table's in really good condition, but there's other parts that just need to be sanded back. So I'm going to give it a good sand, and I'm going to restain it, and then it'll come up absolutely beautiful. It's on wheels and it's 2.4 meters long, so it's nice and big. And these were the seats. How cute are the seats? I think they're just adorable. So they're just plastic seats, easy to clean. These will, I'm sure, will go somewhere in your outdoor area. And then it also came with this beautiful long bench. So that's in beautiful condition. It just needs a clean. It's just this table that needs a restain, but that is easy to do, and this would be a easy $3,000 piece from Early Settler. And that's why I love Facebook Marketplace. A little DIY, something to make our own, and I just love the color, and I think it's going to fit our outdoor area beautifully. So we were very happy with this. It's a little bit different to my normal look. I am in a hat because I'm outside in the sun. I'm in a very old sweater because I'm actually going to be doing some spray painting. So that little DIY that I told you about earlier in the video with the lamps, I am getting ready to spray them. So I couldn't find the masking tape, but I found some electrical tape. So I've used that to sort of cover the marble base so I don't get any spray paint on the marble. And I'm going to attempt to spray the lamps. Let's hope it comes out good. I apologize for how unaesthetically pleasing this is going to be, because I've got a nice old blue drop sheet that we use for painting, and I have just done a little DIY on trying to protect the lamp as much as I can, the cable and everything. So I'll take you guys for a little look and let's see how I go. So as I said, I've just used electrical tape to mask up the marble, and I've used some paper as well, and I've put some on the cord, and I've given this a good clean, as you would have seen in the previous clip. And I am going to do one at a time, so hopefully we'll see how this first one goes, and if it's not too much of a disaster, I'll move on to the next one. So I totally forgot to hit the record button when I was spraying, but I think I've just gone like way too heavy, and it's kind of like dripping. I don't know how to fix that. It comes out like really watery. So this is what I'm using. It's meant to be on wood, plastic, metal, so this is perfect, but yeah, I just don't really know how to fix this dripping. So I was hoping it would kind of drip off, but it hasn't. So I'm gonna just wait for it to dry and then just do a light second coat just to even those areas out. But I'm just gonna move on to the next one and I'll see how we go. in typical me style, I've gotten the entire cord covered in gold. That's okay. Look, it's not too bad, but that spray I was using is very, like, if you can see up close, splattered. And it was just too wet. Like, it's left marks that you can see. So I'm just gonna let them dry down. I think they're just too wet. I keep playing with them and it's getting me annoyed because this one just looks so shonky. And then I'm just gonna see what I can do. This one looks much nicer. This one, I think because I sprayed it first, like up close you can still see my paint job. Like, and on here, it's just really annoying me. Oops, I just touched it. So yeah, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do about that. I mean, all in all, they look nice. I like the color gold. It's just like the spray paint. I think if I had a better spray paint, not so watery, that would have come out way nicer. So I'm just a little bit annoyed about that, but otherwise I really like the type of metal that it's come out. It's not like too shiny, but it's just that beautiful in between. So I think once these are on a nightstand or wherever I'm going to put them, they're just gonna look nice. I think if you're not up too close, they'll be okay. We'll see how they go. So I'm gonna show you the one I like. This is the first one. Now on camera, this actually looks lovely until you see it in person. I'll show you what I mean. So where the spray paint sort of collected at the bottom here, it made it really distorted and it just didn't give a nice even finish. Like, you can kind of see where it's a little bit distorted here on the bottom. It's where all the paint ran, but it was because I had to spray so much on to get an even coating, otherwise it was all splattery. And then, like, on the stalk here, you can see the splatters that I was obviously doing when I was spraying this, and all those little splatters sort of came out. So again, on camera, like, I did a pretty good job of like making sure the base stayed clean, but I did get a little bit of overspray on here, and this got annihilated. I kind of forgot to cover that bit, so that ended up getting very sprayed. But I'm almost considering cutting off the cord and just getting one of those light bulbs that are like rechargeable. I just don't know how it's gonna look because this obviously is quite like a bigger bulb and gives that effect. That's the whole point. So I'm still considering what I'm gonna do, but I am, I think, going to try and respray it. I'm gonna try and find some cheap. Well, I shouldn't cheap out. I should actually spend the money, but I'm just not happy with how it looks, and I know I'm just gonna get annoyed and I'm not gonna use them. So is it worth trying to spray them again with a different spray can, hoping that it might be a better quality? Or should I just leave them as is and keep this one, because the next one I'm about to show you is the least favorite of the two. And I just got a lot more overspray on this one as well. Oh, even on the cord, there you go. I think I'm gonna donate this one. It's just, like, you can see the top bit here, it's all like a distorted metal color. It's not like super shiny, because this was the part that got like the end of the can and it was just like really speckly. And here as well, the stalk got covered in those little speckles. And then on the plate here, I got a little bit of gold there. I got gold on here and I got gold all over the front of it. So it was fun, don't get me wrong, but see what I mean by like this one's crooked? Like, it's like this thing hasn't been put on properly. Like, I can kind of correct it, but it just kind of goes back. So I'm considering just donating this one, but I just don't want to waste my money either. I just don't think I'm going to love it, especially now that I know it's crooked. It'll just irk me. So what do you think? How did I go? I mean, I love the gold so much more than the black. Maybe they just look a little antique-y. Maybe that's the vibe I can go for, like luxe, modern, organic, antique-y sort of style. Yeah, because they are quite rough. So if this had sprayed up really nicely, I think it would look fantastic. I'm just annoyed at how the spray came out. So if you guys have any recommendations, let me know. But all in all, it was quite fun. And I do like how they look on camera. I just don't like how they look in person. And it's not for camera, it's for in person. So I'm gonna see what I decide to do. What a busy little morning that has been. I have hung out like 5 loads of washing. I have sprayed those lamps. I've done housework. I've even still got gold spray paint in my hair from where I was painting the lamps. They haven't turned out exactly how I wanted. They do look very DIY, so I'll see how they look once they're fully dry, and I'll see what I'm going to do about it. So I've done that, and then I might look a bit hot and sweaty because I went inside after I spray painted and I did a 15-minute leg and booty workout with some bands and light weights, and I also used my Stairmaster for 15 minutes. I try not to do too much straight after chemotherapy, so I kept everything quite light. And another reason is because I'm actually off to the clinic to go and get an ECG, because since chemo yesterday, I haven't had this before, but I've been having, they've stopped funnily enough, I've been having heart palpitations since chemo. Now I just think it's a histamine reaction to the steroids and the chemo, because I do get histamine issues usually after I get the chemotherapy. And I was sneezing all night when I was having the heart palpitations, and since I've stopped sneezing, the heart palpitations have stopped. So they're going to hook me up to an ECG just to rule out any heart issues, which makes me feel better, just knowing that this chemotherapy is quite dangerous to people's hearts obviously over time. So, and our family has a lot of heart issues, so I'm going to go and get the ECG. I'm also going to get a blood test. I'm not sure if I can actually show you the process, if they'll let me film in there. Last time they didn't, but hopefully it's nice and quick and easy. So I'm going to go there. I'm literally covered in gold paint, so they'll think I'm hilarious. And once I'm done there, I'm going to come home and make some lunch. I think it's lunchtime. So that will be my afternoon, and then I'm just gonna finish tidying up the house and see what else the day has to offer. I ended up having way too much fun with the lady in there. She was so lovely and so kind, and we just started chatting, and I totally forgot to film her doing my ECG. She did my blood test. I just had to have one vial. They just want to check my potassium and my electrolytes just to make sure they're okay, especially having the palpitations. And they hooked me up to the ECG machine. She said it looked fine, so that is good news. So hopefully it's just a little bit of a histamine response to the chemotherapy and not more of a like toxicity response. Or it probably is a little bit of both, who knows. The chemicals they put in you is no joke. That lady was so lovely. The girls in there are so beautiful, and I praise them for the people they put up with and what they do. It's incredible. So I'm gonna go home, have lunch, and then take you for the rest of my day. So this is very real and raw, and this is the current state of my house. Like, does anyone else just feel like this accumulates so quickly? I've got washing upon washing upon washing. I did a big shop yesterday, and I've just kind of left the bags. I've got shoes everywhere, and this is the state of the room that I am slowly packing up, and also like putting things in that I'm buying. So today is going to be a big dedicated video to just cleaning, because this is the state of our house and it's making me not feel good. So let's see how long this takes me. Hopefully not too long. I can't wait to move and be in a house that is like 3 times the size, because then that means I've got 3 times the space. So stay tuned. I'm going to show you how it turns out, and let's just hope we can get it all done in one day. I cannot wait for our new home to have a dishwasher again. I have not had a dishwasher in like 6 years, I would say, probably longer, 7 or 8 years, and I really miss it. Like, I feel like I spend half of my life doing dishes because my partner and I pretty much eat everything from scratch. So there's not much we don't really make at home. We don't really ever eat out. One, because I'm going through chemo and I have to be careful when I go out and eat. Just like making sure everything's cooked properly, so it's just easier for me to do it. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to a dishwasher. And like everything in this house is old, like this pan is so old. I just can't wait to get all my new stuff out. Like I'm just hanging on to just getting the last of every drop of my old essentials that I've had for absolute years. And then when we move, they're all getting either donated or thrown out because it's just, they're past their use by. But I'm just refusing to use the new stuff until we're in the house, just because it's going to be easier to move if everything's like in its boxes and everything still. So I am hanging out for that. So yeah, I don't feel like I've gotten much done today. You'll hear the robo-vac in the background, which is a heaven sent. I love that I have that to do my floors while I'm doing all the rest of the house. So that's a bit of a bonus. And yeah, I went into town because I kind of got over cleaning for a little bit. And I picked up a couple of things. I also received a little TEMU package, which I'm just going to show you a little bit later. But it's only really tiny. It was just a couple of things. I needed some things from my market store. And I also wanted to get some outdoor lights and some lighting for in the house. So I picked up a couple of little lights that I'd love to show you because I think they're just adorable. You've probably seen them on TV already. And yeah, I'm gonna do the dishes, then I'm probably gonna have some lunch. Then I wanna go for a walk because I still haven't got my 30-minute workout in today. And I don't think I'm getting in a full workout as in weights and stuff like that. I think I'm just gonna have to go for a walk while I edit this video. So that is next on my list, but I do need to make some lunch. I feel like I'm always saying that to you guys. Like I feel like I just never have time to eat. Like it's always just go, go, go. So yeah, I'm gonna do the rest of these dishes and then hopefully have some lunch. I'm gonna make some eggs, have some turkey, a salad, and then for dinner, I think I'm gonna have sweet potato and mince. I keep meaning to show you that one because that is such a good recipe. So hopefully I can film that tonight. And yeah, I'm just gonna keep on making my way through the house. As I said, I've made a little bit of a dent. I've gotten 5 loads of washing put away. I have gotten 2 more loads of washing put on the line, and I have also put some stuff in the dryer, just my partner's work gear, because we have a separate washing machine and dryer for his work clothes because he is a concreter. And if anyone's lived with a concreter or any sort of trade, you'll know how messy it gets, and it literally broke my washing machine. So we had to get a new washing machine, and now the old one is just for his work clothes. So I do multiple rounds of washing because I have to separate everything, which is fine. But yeah, for some reason we always have so much washing. It's hilarious. Probably because I'm always buying so many clothes. But yeah, so that's gonna be my afternoon. Wish me luck because I really don't like cleaning. It's just one of those necessary evils, and then it's dirty again the next day. So fun. I can't wait to have children. I feel like it'll just be like a constant, non-stop. It is already, and I don't even have kids. But that's okay, because I feel like that's just part of the joys of life. And I'm so grateful I get to be at home and clean. A lot of people have to go to work. Obviously, I'm going through cancer treatment and I'm not working at the moment. So I'm just grateful I get to be home and I get to do all the things that I need to do at home. So I'm just so happy I'm well enough to clean. There was a point where I couldn't even get off the couch and clean. I couldn't even hang out a load of washing. So the fact that I can hang out 5 loads of washing, clean the house, go for a walk, make my lunch, go shopping is a miracle in itself. It's pretty amazing. So I am very grateful. I just wanted to show you these little bottles I got from TEMU as well. These came in my order. So they're just really nice. They're only plastic, but I wanted these for where like we're gonna be outside or where I just don't want something to break, I think plastic's good in that situation if it's a cleaning product. I tend not to use plastic, but sometimes like an outdoor area will need plastic rather than glass. It's just a lot safer. The only thing I'm finding on TEMU is that if you order plastic, sometimes it comes squished, and like I'm really annoyed because now it's got a big squish mark. So I'm either going to put a label on that. I filled it up with hot water and I tried to expand it, but it just didn't really fix it. So, I mean, these are stunning little bottles. Like, they're actually quite aesthetically pleasing. And the spray is so nice. Like, it sprays out really like a nice mist. I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah, apart from this one being a bit squished, so I'm just probably going to avoid ordering plastic things off TEMU from now on, because every time I've ordered something plastic, it's pretty much come squished every time. I feel like they really take their care with the glassware, but when it comes to plastic, they're just a little bit careless. So that's a note to self, but I do really like these. So I'm going to put these away, and these will come with me to the next house. Show you my lunch. I'm such a creature of habit. Like, I'm not sure if anyone else is like this, but when I find something I like, I eat it on repeat for like months. Like, no joke, lunch every day will be some sort of egg, whether it be boiled, scrambled. At the moment, I'm in my boiled egg era. I'm just waiting for them to cool down. I've got a salad with some fresh zucchini, cucumbers, tomato, onion, garlic, and this beautiful balsamic and lemon dressing that I do. And I have some free-range turkey. I usually have this with some ciabatta, but I'm trying to have bread every single day. So yeah, I'm gonna just have the turkey and the eggs by themselves today. And while I'm waiting for my eggs to cool down, I just want to show you these little lights that I got off TEMU. So I wanted one for outdoors, which is going to be this one. So it's going to be on our nice dining outdoor table that I think you'll see in this vlog. We did pick it up. And I wanted something gold. I love the black look, but it's just not me. Like, I like gold and I like whites. Black's just not really my style. So I got the gold, and you just like tap this little button, and how adorable is that? So they're actually USB rechargeable. And yeah, this just sits on your little outdoor table. You can put it in a nice little setting. Obviously, when we move into our home, I'll show you guys what it looks like out there. But I love this. I actually had it on this one inside last night on the table while we're eating dinner, and it was just a nice warm light. And this is the other one I got. So I saw this and I just thought, this is so dainty and cute. And when I go into the bathroom at nighttime, I don't put the overhead light on. It's just too bright for that time of night. And I wanted something I can kind of take around the house, like a little lantern. And again, this is rechargeable, and you just tap the top here and it lights up. Like, how cool is that? So this again has 3 different colors. The variations are slightly less intense compared to that one, but this is just perfect. So at night time last night, I took this into the bathroom, and this was the perfect little thing I needed just to see what I was doing but not actually have the big light on. So I definitely recommend checking these out, and I think it just looks so elegant and just so pretty. Like the gold, both of these golds, just a nice gold. They're not like in your face kind of gold. So thank you, TEMU. I will be repurchasing probably another one of these for downstairs when we move into our new home. And I'll see how this one goes. I might get a couple of these as well. I just think these are stunning. So I actually love them. Okay, so I have been cleaning for a few hours now. It is currently 3:45 and I have just gotten changed into my Stacks leggings because I just find these so much comfier for walking. I've got my etch top on. I did have my Lorna Jane leggings on, but I just find these leggings so much more comfortable for when I just need a nice stretchy tummy after lunch. And yeah, so I'm gonna go to Edward Hunter. It's a little reserve near where I am. I've showed you guys plenty of times on my vlogs. I just love being in there. There's so much beautiful bushland and you just feel at peace. So I'm going to take my phone, I'm going to edit my video, and hopefully I can get it up either tonight or tomorrow, because I do kind of want to show you my dinner, but I probably won't have time to edit it after dinner, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, so I'm just gonna go there. I'm feeling so much better. The vacuuming is all done. My little robo-vac is done. And I have tidied up the kitchen table behind me, and I just feel like everything feels so much fresher and cleaner, and when your space is not as cluttered, your mind doesn't feel as cluttered. So I'm definitely feeling better, but I know we have definitely outgrown this house. Like, we just don't have enough space, and it isn't a tiny house by any means. I do wish the kitchen in the house we're moving into was like a walk-in pantry, because I hate having everything on the benches. Like, it just annoys me that they don't have like a little room to go in, but I'm just hoping to try and keep the benches a little bit cleaner at our new place. It just feels like we just don't have enough storage here, even though there's quite a few cupboards, but like, we've got a European style laundry, whereas at the new house, we're gonna have like a big proper laundry where I can put everything away. The kitchen table won't be a dumping ground, because this is like when you come in the back door, this is exactly where everything gets dumped. And it's fine, but it just feels so messy. So I'm looking forward to just having a much bigger house. It's going to be 3 levels. This is 1. So I know I'm just gonna have so much more space to have storage, to have things put away, for my workout machines to be in a cupboard, and we're gonna have 4 bedrooms. We're just gonna have so much more breathability in the home. I'm gonna feel so neat, and I wanna bring that into my home. And I've never had a home that I've like been able to make really pretty and deck it out exactly how I want. So I'm really hoping that this house can be that, and that I can have things look exactly how I'm kind of wanting them. I feel like we do put a lot of pressure on ourselves, especially in this day and age, for our homes to look beautiful, for like everything to look beautiful. Like, it's not just like what you wear and what you do and how you look, it's like your home as well. And I definitely feel that pressure. I do love having that beautiful aesthetic, but like, obviously right now I'm not working, and you don't have money to just spend on, I don't have money at the moment to just spend on whatever I like. So I'm looking forward to when I can get back to work and I can start making the home look really pretty, because I've never spent money on that. I've always just gone with the basics, made my home look cohesive, but never like made it look pretty. So I'm very excited for that, definitely coming into our new home, but without all that obvious pressure on yourself to make things look incredible and have like a pristine home. As you can see, like, it's just reality. I feel like everyone is like that. Reality is your house is going to be messy sometimes. Sometimes it's going to be clean. Sometimes it's going to be neat, but a lot of the time it's definitely going to be lived in. So that's definitely our home anyway. Yeah, so I'm just going to go for a walk. I feel like I need that time to clear my head, to recharge, and to obviously get this video out. So I'm probably going to go there for an hour and a half. I like to just go for a nice slow walk up the hills and through the bush, and it's beautiful. So I'm not sure if I'm going to take you guys this time, because I've shown you plenty of times before. But yeah, I'm just going to go there, and then hopefully I'll come home. By then it'll be probably 4, 5, 6 o'clock-ish, I would say, 5:30, 6 o'clock. And my partner will be coming home from work, and then we'll get dinner organized. So it has been a very productive day, and I'm very happy that I got all the washing done and everything cleaned. So that is a very nice feeling.
All of the branches are budding new leaves. My neighbor's grandchild is begging him, please come outside. Our garden's creatures have come to.
So I just got home from my walk. I'm looking a bit wild because I was in there for an hour and a half, and it was starting to get dark, and it's starting to get moisture in the air. So my hair's gone a little bit curly, a little bit crazy. That's okay. So I've come home and we're going to do some sweet potato. I've got some mince defrosting in the sink here. It's just some organic mince, which it's the only mince I'll eat. And yeah, I'm gonna bake up a sweet potato. I'll have some onion with it later. I'll have heaps of coriander and some salsa on there as well. I'll show you what it looks like in the end. But I'm looking forward to this. So I'm gonna pop this in, get it cooking, and yeah, I'll show you guys how the final plate comes out. And it's such a nourishing meal. It's so wholesome, and I think I could probably eat it on repeat. So I'm excited to show you that. And I'm supposed to get avocado. I might quickly go get some avocado from down the street. They're like 5 minutes from Woolies, so I might go get some avocado while this is baking in the oven. I've just whipped up Lucas's dinner. He just got home from work, so I wanted him to have something nice and satiating as soon as he got home. So I've got a spinach wrap here. Then we've got a lot of avocado on the bottom. We've got some carrot, spinach, hot roast chicken. I've just used this seasoning on it. We've got some low-fat mayo, some cheese, some beautiful fresh tomato, and some salt and pepper. So that's Lucas's dinner, and then I'll show you mine when it's done. I'm just about to make my sweet potato. So I've baked a sweet potato. I had it cut in half, and then I've just got some mince here. So I've got spinach, everything's organic, onion, garlic, and some of that leftover zucchini. Plus I've got some of this taco seasoning. This one's organic, and then I actually just prefer the taste of the mingle, so I use that as well. And I've got some coriander, some onion, some avocado, and this mingle barbecue sauce, and some, what's this? Relish. I usually get the organic one, but this is all we had in the cupboard. And then I'll just sprinkle it with some lemon juice. I'll show you when I've put it all together. All you can literally see is coriander, because I love coriander. But yeah, this is my dinner full of nutrients, and I can't wait to sit down and enjoy. So as I said, this is it. I'm switching off for the night, and I will see you guys in my next one.